I wanna do is ball.
And we are back. We're back for another episode of Ball or Nothing, presented to you by our great friends at AAMI. I'm Nick.
I'm Freddie.
Let's get into it. It was NBA Draft Lottery night last night.
Good morning, Arizona.
Yes, sir. Number one pick for the first time ever in franchise history. Atlanta Hawks number 3, Sacramento Kings number 2. Who do the Suns take? This is their first ever number one draft choice in franchise history. Who do you like them taking with that number one pick?
I'm not even going to give any type of hot take. You take Deandre Ayton. You keep him in Arizona. This guy is a center who is extremely athletic. And we're seeing one thing from the current, conference playoffs is that position is so important. The five position right now, when you look at Clint Capella, Al Horford, and Kevin Love, when you don't have a good center, you're really kind of screwed, with the exception of Golden State Warriors, who don't necessarily count on Zaza Pachulia all that much. But you keep him there, man. He's exciting, athletic, got a great jump shot. He can read the floor very well. Why not?
Well, he probably fits the modern mold of the NBA, big man. But there's a name I think you're neglecting to mention there. He's a serious threat to be a number one draft pick.
Who's that?
Old mate from Slovenia, Luka Doncic.
Right.
High raps on him. Our good friends at Slam Magazine and Adam Figman, shout out to Adam. They've called him the best international draft prospect of all time.
I got a problem with making these type of remarks where it's like the best of all time and he hasn't even played one single NBA game yet. He's had success at Real Madrid. He won the Eurobasket title with Slovenia. And when you have Ben Simmons, Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Dirk Nowitzki,
bro, come on, you're looking at a lot of international talent that maybe might be looking at this kid and saying, yo.
Right.
All right, so you also have Michael Porter Jr. and Trae Young.
Yep.
Trae Young is a name we all know and maybe at some point we'll learn to love. This kid has got it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, he's got it. If Rock Nation is backing him up.
I was about to say, he's also got Rock Nation backing. He's walking into meetings with Puma who want to sign him. They want to get back into the basketball market.
Since when does Puma make basketball shoes?
Well, not since, Clyde Frazier.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
That was a while ago.
Right on.
But they want to get back into the basketball market. Look, if Vince Carter couldn't make Puma cool in the basketball market, I don't know if Trae Young's going to do it, but he's got that Rock Nation backing, like you said, so we'll see.
See, man, an exciting draft class for sure. And not to mention the Australians. Shout out to Jock Landale.
Jock Landale.
I'll learn that name. I will learn that name.
You will learn that name. He won't be a lottery pick,
right?
But he will definitely go in the first round. Yeah. So he's a 7-footer out of St. Mary's, so there's a name to definitely keep an eye out for.
Beautiful. This section is everything.
I love it.
Get off my lawn. Robert Parrish is not impressed by modern day players and coaches. Check out what he said about Joel Embiid.
Run his jock strap off the starter. He's not in shape.
He ain't in shape.
I would make him play defense. By the fourth quarter, he'll be dragging. Trust me on that.
First of all, fam, you're 64 years old. I think you're the one that's going to be out of breath by the time you're done playing Joel Embiid.
Robert Parrish is a Hall of Famer. Thank you for everything you did, especially for the Celtics. But come on, man. Is he suggesting that Joel Embiid is lazy on the floor?
I don't know what he's suggesting, but I'll tell you what, whether Joel Embiid plays 64-year-old Robert Parrish or Robert Parrish in his prime, I'm rocking with Joel Embiid.
Smoke him. So, Parrish also said this about Brad Stevens.
I think he gets a little too much praise. They giving him all the love like he done won 3 or 4 championships. Hey, come on now. Win something first.
See, you look like you don't mind that comment, whereas I disagree.
I am all for Brad Stevens, and to see what he's doing is great. However, I could see why Robert Parrish might think that we're making him out to be like the next coming of a Greg Popovich or a Phil Jackson or one of these all-time Hall of Fame coaches. And in reality, he hasn't won a championship yet.
I think his basketball mind is up there with those all-time great coaches. Let's give him some time to win something.
I agree, but old man Parrish, I'm not mad at that last.
Old man yells at cloud.
Speaking of lawns, check this one out. In the Hamptons, if you got a nice 15 mil, you can now buy the mansion that Kevin Durant stayed at during the offseason, in which he was trying to decide where to go, and the entire NBA and the world was trying to court him. So this is where Thompson, Curry, Green, and Iguodala went that summer to convince him to come to Golden State.
Hence the name, the Hampton Five. So
I like that name.
I don't. You know my thoughts on that. Look, this is a bargain at 14.9 million. I think this is a bargain. I'll invite you to my parties.
Let's do that.
Jerry Seinfeld's going to be my neighbour. That's all we've got time for in this episode of Ball or Nothing, presented to you by our great friends at AAMI. But we'll be back.
We will.
We'll be
Got
back.
some cool stuff lined up.
Stay tuned to ESPN for all the NBA Conference Finals action. I'm Nick.
I'm Freddie.
All I wanna do is ball. When I walk up in the morning.